Welcome back to my podcast, another episode, Brick by Brick. I'm your host, Shamar Fields. You can find me at mar.investments. Today, we're going to be talking about balling. What does balling mean? Balling means be all in. I'm here with a great guy, excellent guy, my mentor, also business partner, Carlos, and we're going to give you guys clarity, as always. This guy is really intelligent. He has a lot of knowledge, and he has been giving me clarity on the episode live, and also he's here to give you guys clarity as well, because it's not for me to grow, it's also for you guys to grow as well. So on this podcast, we build foundations for success one step at a time. We're diving into what it truly means to be all in. Whether you're chasing a business goal, striving for personal growth, or simply trying to elevate your life, going all in is the key to unlocking your full potential. And once again, I'm joined by my mentor, Carlos, who has guided me and so many others to clarity and purpose. Together, we'll explore how commitment and focus can transform not just your journey, but your results. Let's break it down. What's up, Carlos?
How you doing, my brother? Thank you for having me.
Excelentemente bien.
I'm also excelentemente bien. Spiritually, you gotta have that connection with God, that connection obviously with myself, in order so I can have a connection with you and the rest of the organization and other people in the world, right? Mentally, what separates the best from the rest is mindset, right? But also the difference between us and animals are mind, right? So we got to nourish that mind, right? Physically, obviously, health is wealth. We got to take care of our health. It's a shame for a man to grow old without achieving greatness physically, right? If you feel good, you look good, you produce better results, you attract better, right?
Absolutely.
That's self-love. Emotionally, we want to make decisions based on logic, not on emotions, right? Estamos en crecimiento, no en sentimiento. 90% of our decisions are based on what? Emotions. So we got to make sure our emotions are on check. And financially, because I'm here, obviously, we're here to serve others, right? How can I help you? How can I help your audience? How can I basically help the world with my gifts and my talents? Make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. 5 pillars. I feel like that's what transform everybody's life.
The foundation to everything. Those 5 pillars, everything starts with God, the creator. And when you have those 5 pillars and you're aware of those 5 pillars, it's like you're going to be all in everything you do. You got me? Because you're going to walk by faith, not by sight.
Yeah, the only way to be all in is to be all in on those 5 pillars. Each pillar, you need each pillar. Like you always say with the table. And like the 5th leg is the extra support. You got to constantly like be intentional with what you're doing with those 5 pillars. You can't just be halfway in, halfway out, because then you got to grow. In order to grow, you got to be all in. But each individual pillar, you got to focus on each one. So to start off the episode, my question to you, I always like to start with the term we doing balling, be all in. So my question to you is, what does be all in mean to you in context of both business and personal life?
In the context of business and personal life, be all in to me means, that you got to be obsessed with whatever you're doing. You can't have a foot outside and a foot inside. You got to look at it like you're going to start something, it's either you're going to basically, finish what you start or don't start it at all. A lot of people start things and they don't finish it because they're quitters. They're losers, right? So be all in to me means when you are obsessed with what you got to do in the personal or business. See, I have obsession. Everything I do, I'm always intentional with everything I do. I'm not going to start something and not finish what I start. So be all in to me is like number one. Like it's either you're all in, it's either you're in or you're out. There's not, let me try, let me see if it works. Nah, you got to be all in or be all out. It's either in or out.
Yeah, we don't like the word trying in this organization. We like
That's weak, bro. Imagine, a leader saying, I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to try to do that.
No power behind those words.
Bro, where's that power? You got me?
Yeah. So why do you think some people struggle with fully committing to their goals?
Why do I think some people struggle
with fully committing
to their goals? Simple, bro. Most people, they're in fear zone or comfort zone, right? So they get stuck in analysis paralysis. They remember and think about all the things that could go wrong instead of thinking of everything that could go right. That's why the mind is a magnet. If you think in negative terms, you attract negative. If you think in positive terms, you attract positive. So when you're all in into something, that's because you believe in yourself, right? Most people do not believe in themselves, right? I believe in myself, and I also believe in others. because I understood at a very young age that the best investment I could do is on myself. And the second best investment I could do is on other people. And now the third best investment that we could do is on attention, if it makes sense. That's why we day trade in attention, right? Bringing awareness, being a light. Because the minute I come in as a guest in your podcast or anybody else in the organization in their podcast, I could bring more clarity of the vision, right? Because as a vision-driven leader, we need the teamwork, right? Vision-driven leader plus teamwork makes the dream work, right or wrong?
Right.
And you could see in this organization that I'm all in. Imagine the one of the leaders, creating leaders, you got me, not being all in, not fully committed, not consistent. That's going to send a bad message to the rest of the group, organization. Facts or no?
Facts.
Right?
So when it comes to being all in, do you feel like you was always all in with everything you did, or did it have to take some experiences or things you had to go through in your life for you to be all in?
That's an excellent question. Everything I've done, I just go all in. Like, it's just in my, I don't know.
You're just wired like that?
I'm wired like that, bro. Because why would I start something if I'm not going to go all in? I've never understood a man or a woman, a human that would start something and not be all in. Like, look at it like this. I cannot have 1 foot, inside the pool, right? And 1 foot outside the pool. Just because if I'm going to swim, I'm going to swim. And I'm going to throw myself in the pool and risk it all. That's how I look at life. Who do you think learns faster? Swimming. I don't know how to swim. It's the funny thing. And I always had pool, if it makes sense. And been to a billion pools, you got me? But I was always doing business. Like, if it makes sense. Mm-hmm. And I love taking a shower. But when it comes to, being swimming and all that, never took the time to learn how to swim, like how people know how to swim. My 3 daughters know how to swim. I don't know how to swim. But ask me if I throw myself in a pool, if I come out alive. Yeah, because I've done it. I've thrown myself in a deep pool, and I know how to swim. Well, Carlo, you're saying you don't know how to swim. I don't know how to swim how you guys know how to swim. But I know I'm going to get out of the pool alive. Make sense?
Yeah.
First of all, I'm not going to panic. Panic will literally make you drown. Second of all, I'm not going to have a brother or sister come take me out. Because if I threw myself in, I'm going to take my own self out. I'm going to take full ownership, full responsibility. That's what being all in means. You're going to risk it all. You got to literally also understand there's consequences from risking. Yeah. Right? So I'm going to take all the smoke. Make sense?
Yeah.
But I know it's going to be a calculated risk. So if I throw myself in the pool, I know I already have, the end goal. But I'm going to fall in love with the process. So I got to know I got to control my breathing. I got to control my mind. I cannot panic. I cannot get nervous. You know what I mean? I'm not going to get stressed. I'm going to just, flow.
Yeah, when you panic, then you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are some practical ways for entrepreneurs or investors to show full commitment?
What are some practical ways for entrepreneurs, investors to show full commitment? Being all in anything you're doing. For example, as an investor, when you put your money where your mouth is at. Make sense? A lot of people, that's why those that pay attention, right? By paying, you're paying attention. If you're not paying, you're not paying attention. Most people, they want to, I don't want to call it a free ride to success, but understand, if you think you're just paying with your time, a lot of people, they won't even pay with their own time. That's why in this organization, we don't want people that are just simply, interested, committed. We want them to be obsessed. Yes. Like if you're obsessed with brick by brick with your vision, forget about the overall vision. Notice how I have CMR Podcast Network, but in the CMR Podcast Network, everybody that we basically have in the organization, they have their own podcast. What do you think?
I think that's because some people might not listen to you, but they may connect with other people.
That's why everybody has their own target audience.
Yeah.
In my podcast, I want to scare people away. I don't want to basically attract everybody. Make sense? Yeah. And I want to read something.
1%, the 1%.
The 1% of the 1%. If you go on Instagram, Wealth Map Summit, which everybody in the organization is supposed to have that in their bio, also in their personal, because we the business, right? Remember, we have our business brand, which is our own our podcast. So we use that as a marketing tool. We create content, we market that content, and we repeat the process. But in our personal brand, we're supposed to have also shouting out the Wealth Map Summit, because the Wealth Map Summit, if you go read the Wealth Map Summit, right, the one that says first 100 leaders that create 100 leaders will get 1% of the Wealth Map Summit, right? If you read what I wrote, right, I'm businessman Carlos, the vision-driven leader behind it, an organization built on one principle: leaders creating leaders. I've been mentoring and coaching people who are not just interested, but committed and obsessed with the vision. Notice how I said, they're just not interested, but they're committed and obsessed with the vision. Now it's time to separate the truly obsessed with the merely interested. Make sense?
Yeah.
I'm only moving forward with those who are fully dedicated to the journey. Those who understand that pain means paying attention. Many say they're in, but my question is, what does in really mean to you? I'm not here to do this alone. I could go fast by myself, but I want to go farther together. And together, we'll help people achieve their dreams through this movement. So here's the call. Reflect on what you want to do, because I'm moving forward with you, with or without you. I won't stop. I can't stop. Our purpose is simple: PIV. Pay it forward by helping others succeed. Let's create the future together. What message you got from that message?
What I want to touch on is about the words that you use, because every word you use is intentional. That you can hear it in the speech right there. Every word you use is intentional. So what I really want to touch on is the interested, committed, and obsessed, because those obviously are different words. If you're interested, you're not going to be all in. Be all in, you got to take action to be all in. So
not simply action, massive action on a plan.
Yeah.
That's why we give them the map.
Yeah.
And the Wealth Map Summit, we're giving people the massive action plan to wealth. You want to be wealthy? But what does wealth mean to you? I'm going to help you basically get the money. Wealth, what money cannot buy. I'm going to help you get things that money cannot buy, but I'm also help you get things that you need money to buy. I don't know if it makes sense.
Yeah.
In this organization, we're helping people get the dream car, the dream home, but everything started with the what? The dream business. But you know what's the funny thing? People want to start with the dream car. They want to then get the home. But understand, the car is a liability when you don't have a business. The home is a liability when you don't have a business. And when you don't turn these liabilities into an asset, a business, that you're always going to be paying on earned income instead of transition it to become a passive income. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right? But everything starts with you becoming the business, because business only grows as you grow. Make sense?
Yeah, makes sense. That's what.
Before you ask me the question, I want to ask you that question, right? What does in really mean to you?
But in really means.
Remember, I said I'm only moving forward with those who are fully dedicated to the journey. Those who understand that pain means paying attention. Many say they're in, but my question is, what does in really mean to you? You want me to give you clarity?
I can't answer, but you
No, you go first.
Okay. I feel like it means to me like there's no looking back, like not having like that safety like to you, like just basically being all in, going all in. You gotta constantly just, first of all, you have to have focus and you gotta be attention to what you do. But if you have that safety or like that cane, like you can't like limit yourself.
Commit first, we figure it out in the process. So trust the process. Facts or no?
Facts.
But be all in also means, for example, in this organization, I'm gonna use you as an example. You saw that I started with Jayandi mentoring you, planting seeds mentally. Facts? Yeah. Coaching you. You didn't pay us for that. We just wanted to see a brother what? Also see what we see, right? We saw a brother you had 3 jobs or 2 at that time?
2.
You had 2 jobs, right? You thought that getting money was getting another job, right? Explain it to the world.
So
tell your stories. Just say, you know, that way we could break it down.
The reason why I had 2 jobs, because, when I first started working, I always thought like getting a nice paycheck was success to me, and basically just saving up and then just having money. Like for somebody who didn't really, who worked, I started off like probably $13 an hour, then made myself to 20. So I just felt successful. But being around you guys, I know like it wasn't really success. And then I also touched on, I saw somebody at the gym who, that's why I like growing in self-development, because like you could see yourself in other people. So when somebody was telling me they're making 20 something an hour now and they was happy about it, I kind of like shot them down, but you said that wasn't good, but I'm still like learning as well. So I was just being like blunt, because I want to see people succeed as well. I don't want people to be like down. I want to bring people up as well. So I always saw money as just succeeding. Again, the next paycheck, next paycheck, next paycheck. And that's why I constantly was working like 2 jobs. And then it takes a lot of time.
Pretty much you were chasing money.
Yeah.
Instead of chasing a problem, right? And finding a solution to that problem so the money could come to you, right? In this organization, we help people create that garden, right? The minute you create the garden, the butterflies are going to come to you. In another word, when you have your business, for example, in this case, you know, the point of Brick by Brick and us all in this organization having our own individual podcast is so we could basically transmit to our target audience, to our people, right? The message, you know, obviously we have aligned, you know, share values. We share a lot of things in common, right? Which is we want to help people accomplish their dreams, right? But we want to help people become the person, do the stuff in order to have the things they want to have, right? So in your case, Mars went from A to B, from B to C. You got me? We're helping you go from A to Z. But you took the initiative to take action with the right attitude to become a business owner. That's from A to B, right? The minute that you went from A to B, you also took action to basically what? Also, now we're getting funding. We're getting money. We're getting capital. So now also you have more hoops. So now you also took action now, even though we still haven't brought that vision to life, because that vision is only going to come to life when you be all in, balling. When you start balling, that's when that vision is going to come out to life. You still haven't basically put your part, because the teacher appears when the student is ready. I'm ready. I'm same way I'm here coaching people, mentoring people. I do need a coach and mentor myself. I see you as a coach, mentor, and for me in basketball. I know you could bring my game up to the next level. Because believe it or not, I'm the type of person, I could put the Vanessas of the world, the Emilys of the world, to even coach me in basketball. Before I had Vanessa and another girl just giving me ball, you got me? I used to pay them so they could basically, so I could take 400 shots per day. You know that?
Yeah, I heard you say that before.
I could literally just use anybody. Make sense or no?
Yeah.
And I have a lot of people that want to fucking be around me that if I want, I don't even got to fucking pay them. They just want to be around me, and I can tell them, hey, just do ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Because they know I'm going to bring them game. That 1 hour spending with me, I'm so impactful.
Value.
I'm going to bring them so much value that they're going to be like, yo, if I charge you, I look stupid charging. Make sense?
Yeah.
So you got to become so valuable that, you know, people see the value in you, that they're like, wow, they want to be around you. But now you got to differentiate between the assets and liability. Not just because people want to be around me means I want to be around them. Make sense? So people could want to be all in this organization. Well, how about if they have bad habits? How about if they don't know how to move? How about if they, y esa confianza? What does that mean? Y esa confianza?
I don't know.
Some people think, you got me, just because I trust you means I trust them. I could trust them, but hold up, there's a line, especially here in the corporate office. You got to know how to move with everybody here, with the males and the fucking females. What did I say? Understand, I'm a leader, but I'm not your average leader. I'm a leader that creates leaders. So I have a lot of leverage. Make sense?
Yeah.
How one person acts with you is very different how they act with me. They can act with you a certain way and they can smile with you, but behind closed door, we have a different type of relationship, a different type of bond. So I got to watch out who I got around, males and female. I teach the females how to move, but I also teach the males how to move too. Because just be all in doesn't mean you're going to come to this organization and set rules. It's the wrong organization. Because the rules I set are, first of all, universal rules. Rules that have to do with God. But also, there's manly rule too, because there's a culture in this organization. I wouldn't do this to you, so you don't do this to me. Those people don't know how to move. That's why be all in. Yeah, you could want to be all in. But now, that's why in this organization, we got to vet people out. It's going to be hard to get in this organization.
The bad apples first.
Bro, it's going to be, I promise you. I'll give you my word on this. And I'm saying this on this video. It's going to be easier to get into a camel, in the needle to heaven, than to get into this organization. I'm dead ass. Especially the males. Well, guess what? Also the female. Because a lot of females don't know how to move. In this organization, you got to even know where to look, how to move. Bro, we got to lead by example.
Exactly.
Huh? Do you think I want people in scarcity around me when I live in abundance?
No.
Do you think I want people that want what I have when I know they could have that and better? So you got to know how to move. So be all in means, okay, you could be all in, but also you got to know how to move. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Huh? What you do in private is one thing, but also what you do in public is another thing too. I've already had a lot of betrayals in my life. From cousins, brothers, people that say they fucking love you. That's why be all in, yeah. But now, private, I'm handpicking people like this. Just because you handpick some person, that doesn't mean they're not gonna vet it out. I gotta vet the fucking person out too, male and female. One rotten apple will rotten out the whole thing. Shout out to Patrick Bet David. You saw the video I sent yesterday. Patrick Bet David talking about, hey, 2025 is around the corner, right? You saw the video?
I think I don't remember.
Play the video. You got me? Where he's saying you got to vet people out. One rotten apple. You got me? Because the thing is, we're talking about being all in, but a lot of people don't understand that being all in, you got me, is also, you know.
Very few people are going to tell you this, but growth hurts. We love to talk about growth and how we're leveling up.
Look for the video.
Most people don't say growth isn't glamorous. It's painful. Growth means stretching and breaking and letting go of things that can't go
Hold up,
with you
let me
to
put
the
this
next
in.
level. Growth comes at a cost. It costs your comfort, old mindset, and sometimes it even costs your relationships. James 1:2 says, "Consider it pure joy when you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance." You have to go through the process so that you are mature for the purpose. Growth is a process, and it's not painless. But here's the promise. The pain has a purpose. God is pruning and shaping and preparing you for what's next. The question is, are you willing to endure the discomfort for the destiny? Because you can't have both. Growth hurts, but staying stuck hurts worse. You have to trust that the pain is part of the preparation.
You know why I basically put this video? This is a growth environment. Get rid of your old ways. Get rid of your weaknesses. But get rid of your old ways means you got to know how to fucking move. So to be in this organization, everybody got to literally, the new illiterate is not the person that knows how to read and write. It's the person that has to be willing to unlearn, relearn, unlearn, learn, and relearn. Make sense or no?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. So understand, everybody transitioning from one mindset to another mindset. You got to literally reprogram your whole subconscious mind. So you don't think your software, your mental software, it's not going to have a few viruses? Remember, the mind is like the software to the body. Like, you see how a computer has the software?
Yeah.
So most people, they got a bunch of viruses. Talk to most people, they think they know it all. Even people in this organization still, a lot of people still in victim mentality. But I could tell that as a teacher. For example, use me as an example in basketball. I have a lot of bad habits in basketball. I have a lot of little flaws, right? I have a lot of little drifting also in basketball. You got me? I'm aware of that too. But the minute I get the teacher, the coach, or trainer, they're going to bring me more of that awareness. So I got to shut the fuck up and listen. If I get you as my coach, trainer, I got to shut the fuck up and listen. I cannot think just because I'm good in business, you got me, I'm good also in basketball. That's why I'm getting you. I'm hiring you so you can tell me what to do. Make sense or no?
Yeah. I'm going to play the video then.
Guess what? Check your fun. Hope you guys that are watching this
You're younger, you're 18, 22, 25, whatever age you are, dude. It's end of the year. Guess what? Check your friends list. It's time to fire half of your friends. The bottom third needs to go. If the attitudes are not in the right place, if they're not living by the right values and principles, if they're screwing up, if they're doing drugs, if they're doing some stupid things, eliminate those friends. They can destroy your life. One bad association in your life can destroy your life. You guys that are
See, I don't
watching
hang
this.
around people that drink, people that smoke. I don't give a fuck who the fuck you are. They smoke, drink, got bad habits, cannot be around me. Around me, people got to be at my standards. Raise your standards, the universe is going to meet you there. I don't meet people at their standard. Unless their standards are above mine. Unless you're here inspiring me, motivating me. You got me? I don't want to be the smartest one in the room. Make sense or no?
Yeah.
And what you sow is what you reap. Judge a man by the fruit he bears. A lot of people are going to talk. So being all in, simple. You're going to basically know who's all in, not by their actions, straight up. Because actions says one thing. But also, you know what? The results. Efforts don't count, results driven. How many more questions we have left?
I had a few, but
No, ask me those questions. Ask me those questions. And my bad, guys, that we took longer.
All right.
I'm all in, bro. I'm all in. You got me? Certain things I do want to, I don't like rushing things. You got me? But I do understand time management. You understand? But this is bigger than us. So certain things, I'm the first person saying, hey, guys, let's watch the time. Let's ta. But you understand everything affects everything? If I take longer for the haircut, it affects. Make sense? So everything affects everything. You know, if they take longer with the makeup, it affects. Make sense or no?
Yeah.
Everything affects everything.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because I do have a few questions, and I feel like
I don't want to rush you. Like, let's go.
I want to bring value to the world.
Because this episode, look at it like this. The minute we send that to this episode, I'm gonna use episodes differently personally from the whole organization. Like, hey, send this to this person. I'll send it to that person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's a message that can resonate with everybody. Like Sam got Capital Games.
Mm-hmm.
He got out of me, and I gotta play this video because I'm gonna even put this video in my, you know, I'm gonna pin it. Sam asked me in Capital Games Cash. Shout out to Sam, millionaire to billionaire. This is how he asked me. Look at what he asked me.
The way that people can go from millionaire to billion. Let's talk about how you go from millions to billions. What do you think is a good strategy or the way that people can go from millionaire to billionaire?
Okay, look at it like this. First of all, you gotta have your systems and process in place. You gotta have the right people, because without people, you ain't going nowhere. So what are the right people? You need leaders. No, just not leaders. You need leaders that create leaders that create leaders. You need people that are in control, but they also delegate and outsource, if it makes sense. Yeah. Meaning, because you don't want to have control of everything. You don't want to be the one person making all the decisions for your company. So you gotta have people that are gonna make decisions, you know, on the overall vision that is gonna be impactful on the whole organization.
Welcome to Capital Games. I'm your host, Samurai.
Bro, if you didn't get the chills with that message, bro, I get the chills listening to my own self. That's deep. Bro, when you look at yourself in the mirror, if you're not proud of the man you've been king, of your mindset, of what comes out of your mouth, okay, I curse. You know, I'm perfectly imperfect. I'm not perfect. I'm not better than other people, just like other people are not better than me. But what separates the best from the rest is mindset. When it comes to my mindset, bro, I'm willing to outwork myself. Kaizen. Fuck Kaizen. We made a new word. What's the word? Prozen. Right? You see?
Yeah.
We even innovating. Thanks to the mannies of the world from Consistency 360. That's what we want in this organization. We want to innovate. We want to take things to the next level. Because Kaizen is getting 1% better. 15 minutes at a time, that's 1%. But how about when you're here making 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour? We get 4% better in basketball. We play 1 hour daily. We're going to be in the top 1% of the 1% of the people in the world. Right? We can play right now against NBA players. I want an NBA player to come and tell me. I'll give him 8 in the ball. I'm that ass. An NBA player. Because a lot of them, they're not all in. They're there in for the money. A lot of NBA players, they're just placements. They make it to the league, just like baseball, just like other sports, a lot of people, they just do it. They're very talented, you know? But when they get to the thing, why there's not that many Michael Jordans, not that many Kobe Bryants, not that many LeBron James, not that many Steph Curry? If I would have been in the NBA,
Work ethic.
I would have literally shot, fuck 1,000 shots per day. I would have done 5,000 shots per day. Like I would have been on automatic. They would have literally had to change my name. Guys, I would have literally break history. Like I'm talking about break history, make history, and literally no man that comes after me will literally break my record. That's that obsession. That's what bowling means. B-O-N to me. Because I'm going to just compete with myself. You did a mile in 5 minutes? Okay, you set the trend. You set the standard. But now let me make that mile in 4 minutes. Let me break the 5 minute. That's my type of mindset. Somebody got to set the standards. But you know why they set the standards?
Why?
Huh? Why? Because obviously nobody has surpassed those standards. That's why the record Guinness are come across. It's the same thing. Somebody got to keep breaking the standards. Next question.
Have you seen examples where a hesitant caused someone to miss a great opportunity? Being hesitant.
Repeat the question again.
Have you seen an example or
of people being hesitant?
Yeah,
like,
that caused them to miss a great opportunity.
Bro, 99% of people, they are analysis paralysis. They think everything is a scam because scam means still confused about money. That's why they stay poor. And poor means passing opportunities over repeatedly. Opportunities are like sunrises. If you wait too long, you'll miss them. That's why yesterday I called out a guy. His name is Armando, right? That he goes out to the gym. This fucking guy pretty much sent me a message like, I'll come to CMR Podcast Network. And after that, I'll start doing business with you. Like, yo, bro, who the fuck you think you are? Like, I know who am I. I already know who am I. You know what I mean? It sounds messed up, me saying this like this. But the point I'm trying to bring across is that when you know your worth and what you're bringing to the table, to me, it's a disrespect when a brother or sister tells me, like, what you've done or who are you. You got me? Simple. Go on YouTube and go find out. Go watch all the videos where I curse your ass out. You got me? So you can fucking know who the fuck am I, right? Because character is what I say about me. Reputation is what you say about me. I care more about my character. I don't care about my reputation. If I would have worried about my reputation, you wouldn't be here. Facts?
Facts.
Huh? Facts? And vice versa. If I wouldn't care about your reputation, you wouldn't be here. Straight up. Now you see you're vibrating higher. Facts or no?
Yeah, absolutely.
Facts? You now have more conscious. In the map of consciousness, you're vibrating higher. Facts? Before, straight up, tell the world. Because now you're all in the organization. Tell the world. Tell the world your story. Just that.
Yeah, like, even like, it's crazy, like, being around like the right amount of people can change you. Like, even it could change you overall in life. Like this, even in basketball, like how it changed me, just like my mindset and everything. Like, you already know how we met before and everything. How I just saw the world from a different point of view than you saw the world. Like, remember, I always thought you was like trying to hurt me every time I was going up for a layup or anything, and you fouled me. I always think you try to hurt me, but you just like just basically like, teach me a lesson, and you was maybe like first that became physical. So you was like building me like physically, and then now I'm around you like more, and I'm again like built mentally. So now to see the world from a different point of view, and like people around me, it's like their mind is still like stuck.
That's why that guy today, good point that you brought that across. That's the issue. That's why we were gonna fight today. When I said we were gonna fight, they start the fight, but I'm all in when we get in the fight. As long as they don't touch me, I'm cool. But if he would have touched me, I would have been all in that fight. That's why, because he thought the pain, he was thought because I'm shorter, I'm 5'8", he got to be, I don't know, 6'1", 6'2". He thought that he was going to fucking just bully me in the pain. And when he saw my strength, it got me something I don't like giving it to people. He was like, oh, he tried to push me and he thought I was going to back down. And that's where mirroring comes along. Shout out to Manny from GPH podcast that I did an episode with him and Jandy talking about mirroring. So he pushed me and I made sure that push I gave him was double what he gave me. I don't know if that makes sense. So using you as an example, you didn't have that awareness when you brought the ball inside the paint, just because I'm 5'8", you're 6'5", right? You thought that I was just gonna let you go in. Like, I'm like, bro, this is the paint. I'm not gonna hurt you, but if you bring it into the paint, I'm not just gonna basically let you. Here's, you know what I mean? Like, I'm here playing basketball for networking, not to hurt people, but I'm not just gonna let a man just because he's taller than me think he's gonna bully me. You got me? Because I know I'm a fucking lion.
So, in those two aspects, what would you define power and what would you define force?
You were basically using force. I was using power because I was using my mindset to stop you. You got me? Notice if somebody goes into the post and tries to post you with force, all you got to do is use your mental power. Move out of the way. You do the opposite. You let them fall. Think about it.
Pull a chair.
Right? You pull the chair. Right? That's what I did, bro. So he looked like a clown in front of everybody. You know? Mm-hmm. So now you got into your feelings like a little bitch, straight up, and you thought I was going to back down? No. I got this, right? 1 second. People that introduce you to new ways of thinking and new ways of seeing life are so important. Make sense? Yeah. We in this organization have shown you a different way of looking at life, basketball, women, personal. This is overall, bro. Yeah. Bro, you hit the lotto, bro. Because now you see the future is not even bright. Now you can become a multimillionaire and you know it's there. If you don't really believe you're already a millionaire, a multimillionaire, being around us, bro, you got a problem. I mean, I'm talking about billions, bro. Billions, bro. Tell me who you with, and I'm gonna tell you who you are and where you're headed.
Yeah. What steps can an audience take today to commit fully to their goals?
What steps can they basically take to commit fully to their goal? They gotta first of all start with a decision, right? Second, they gotta talk to God, right? Meditate. Simple things, bro. Sometimes people, the step that they gotta take, they gotta literally say enough is enough. They gotta look at themselves in the mirror and say, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. You got me of living the same bullshit life that I've been living. You don't make a change, right? Don't say, look at it like this. Who wants to change? Everybody raises their hand. When it comes to change, everybody, where they at? Where they at? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not fully committed. They're not fully committed to their goals. They're not fully committed. You can see it in their habits, how they talk, how they move, how they act. You got me? It's just overall who they hang around with. Bro, if you really want to be all in, while you're here, understand, elevation requires separation. The minute you started elevating, facts, do you have to separate yourself?
Yeah.
Now you understand why separation is a must. Tell the world. Tell your future self why you had to separate. And tell your audience, why are you separating yourself from them? Let them know.
Well, obviously, separation requires elevation. So you don't want those stuck people inside your circle because then you are who the 5 people you hang around. You got to constantly continue to grow. If you're trying to fly, you can't have anybody hanging on your foot. You got to let that person go. You got to kick them off because that's going to cause you to grow. Like those people around you, you got to be around like-minded people, like aligned with the same vision. You don't want to be around people who's going to bring you down or talk bad about your goals or even not believe in your goals. You have to believe in yourself first. And after you believe in yourself and then you work on yourself, the beautiful thing about that is working on yourself is then the people you're going to attract the quality people. You want to be OQP only around, you want to be only around the quality people. So leave those stuff people alone and continue to focus on yourself, focus on your growth. My next question to you, Carlos.
Excellent, brother.
Thank you.
I'm loving the man you're becoming. Overall, your basketball, this guy to me, he inspires me in basketball. You got me? So, and I know you're going to be an inspiration and motivation overall in life. I see your potential from day -0, bro. You got me? You would have been around me. You would have been in the NBA. You would have been right now the LeBrons. Because all you needed is, what's his name? Tim Grover?
I don't know.
Well, Kobe and Michael Jordan's coach. You know the mindset thing?
Yeah.
Relentless. He has a book.
Yeah, I gotta check that out. So you're obviously a mentor to a lot of people. You help a lot of people with their mindset as well. But how has mentoring helped you stay all in on your journey?
Bro, it's crazy how straight up, I've been looking for mentors and coaches all my life. I've been paying mentors and coaches all my life too. You get me? Because I'm always been addicted to personal growth. I always been addicted to, I always knew that man or that woman knows something I don't know. You get me? I always been a student. You get me? And the student appears. The teacher appears when the student is ready, right? I started first with, listening to the Jim Rons, the Anthony Robbins, the Dr. Miles Monroe, the Les Brown, those type of people. If it makes sense, the Patrick Bet-David, if it makes sense. People that are a lot of the people that are dead, bro. You got me? Bob Proctor.
Learn from other people's experiences.
Yeah, so I learned from, because that's their legacy. They left a legacy. It's not recorded, it's not remembered. So I just started picking up, audios while working out, listening to, getting my mind right. That's how you start.
That also falls into like the next two questions, so I'm glad you spoke on that as well. The last two questions is, what is one thing you wish someone told you when you started your journey?
That is easier than what people think. Believe it or not, because most people think it's hard. Bro, when I started my journey, I thank God I started my journey at a very young age. Because everybody say, oh, it's hard becoming a business owner. It's hard becoming an investor. It's hard doing this. It's hard doing that. When you do what's hard, your life is easy. When you do what's easy, your life is hard. You know what's hard? Being like everybody else. Monkey see, monkey do. Exchanging their time for money. That's hard. Doing what everybody doing, being the same, thinking the same, not even thinking. Being a worker, that's hard. Thinking to me is easy, because that's the unknown. Taking risk is easy. So I would have wished somebody tell me that is easy, because it is easy. I made it easy. I was all in. When you're all in, you only got one option. There's no plan B. So I just stuck to plan A. You know what's plan A?
Plan A.
All in. Get rich or die trying.
My last question to you is, it's also going to help the audience as well. Are there any books, you named some mentors as well, I was going to say mentors, are personal practices that helped you stay all in?
Any books?
Yeah, books.
Simple. First of all, your audience, I'm going to recommend the Cash Flow Quadrant so they can understand, because your audience, they think time is money. Ask anybody from your audience, is time is money? They're going to tell you, hey, time is money, because they exchange time for money. They need a schedule in order to get money, right? I'm going to tell your audience, rich dad, poor dad, also, because they think, I can't afford it. That's a limiting mindset. That's a limiting belief. Say, how can I afford it? So that book is going to help you on your mindset. Instead of you saying, I can't afford it, how can I afford it? Cash Flow Quadrant is going to help you transition from time is money to business owner. With money, you buy people's time, right? Or investor. With money, you make money. But now, the Carlos of the world, with an idea, we could print money. There's levels to these levels.
Yep.
Make sense? So just those two books for now, because you give them too much information, it's going to make them, their mind, they're not going to start. It's better to read one book 100 times than to read 100 books one time each. And also read the Bible.
Yeah, I remember you saying that, because I remember you tested that.
So they could develop their character, because a lot of them lack integrity. See, 99% of those guys we play basketball with,
I was about to say that, basketball.
Bro, they lack integrity, bro. That's why I love basketball, because it reveals their character. It reveals if they're ethical, if they have strong values, strong core values, principles. You got me? That's why most of those people, they don't put themselves through pain. And that's why if you don't put yourself through pain, you will never reflect. And if you never reflect, you will never progress.
That's why I know I need to work on more the emotional pillar, because when I'm playing basketball and I just see people don't have integrity, it's just crazy. I just get like some bit out of shape sometimes.
One book for emotional intelligence is Emotional Intelligence 2.0, or Surrounded by Idiots, or 48 Laws of Power, or The Laws of Human Nature. You see, those books are going to get your mind right.
Free game.
You got me? All those books on mindset, bro. Most people, that's why they're too emotional. What else? Brick by brick. Today, I was shooting all the bricks in the world. Today, literally, if I took 100 shots, if I made one shot, is a lot. Being all in is showing up even when something hurts. Today I was playing literally, I don't know what the heck I was doing. I was doing squats and deadlift, and my back, bro, never happens. And my arm, I don't know what the heck, because I've been hitting it hard. Bro, I'm playing basketball, shooting all bricks. Shout out to Brick by Brick.
Is there anything you want to say before I wrap the episode up? Anything on your mind? Yeah.
Today I could have built a house with all the bricks I shot. You miss 100% of shots you don't take, guys. So take your shots. It doesn't matter, if you're going to make them or not make them. That's been my secret to my success. I'm simply a successful failure. If I wouldn't take the shots, I wouldn't basically make the shots or know how to restructure the next shot. So in business, it's just I fell forward. And so I tell people, forget about what people are going to say. Just risk. Take the risk. You will not know if you're going to win if you're not taking the risk. Risk it all. What's the biggest risk? Not risking it at all. Take the risk. I take the risk, bro. I'm willing to risk everything. Every day I risk it all.
That being said, I asked Carlos here a lot of questions to bring you guys clarity. Now I have questions for you guys. 2 questions for you. What is one area in life where you feel like you need to be all in? And another question is, what's holding you back from being all in? I need you guys to reflect on that and write that down. We just gave clarity. You have to be all in. Just stop thinking. I also did an episode with Gianni as well. And check out all the other episodes. It's going to give you guys clarity. I did episodes with Gianni, did episodes with Carlos. These are people who've been mentoring me, and they changed me. And you can see like development and
God changed you, and you changed yourself because you made the decision.
Yeah.
Notice that's powerful. God did. You did because you made the decision. You made the decision, first of all, to be surrounding yourself around people you like, know, and trust. You believed in the process. Imagine you would have been iffy, thinking everything is a scam. Imagine you would have believed certain people.
Oh, yeah, I definitely had. It was definitely negative people.
That's right. Think big and don't listen to people who tell you it can be done. Do not tell people what you're doing. Simple.
Yeah, God used these people to help me change. And I want you guys to come along for the journey as well. That's one of the first things I said in my introduction is I'm not someone who has it all together, but I want you guys to watch me. Like you see, I changed like my even communication and everything. I'm just changing all around, the whole personal development. I want you guys to do it as well. So you guys can contact me at mar.investments. Constantly look at the podcast. It's all insights. We're giving out free gems, free game. Thank you guys for watching. Thank God for this opportunity. Thank you, Carlos, for coming.
No, thank you. And I want to basically promote this episode today that we're going to do today in CMR Podcast Network. Where is it? What's the name of the episode, Mar? I sent it to you guys. Didn't I send it? My bad, guys. My bad. Why most people never start. Because this episode is going to give them more clarity. You get me? It's going to break it down more. Why you basically are not starting. If they're not all in, it's because why most people never start. Think about it. So be all in.
Connected, yeah.
Right? We're going to talk about, obviously, overcoming the fear of failure. Fear as the number one obstacle. We're going to talk about creating clarity to start. We're going to talk about consistency versus perfection. We're going to talk with Chu Mars about building a solid foundation. And we're going to talk, we'll wrap it up with Emily, believing in yourself.
All right. So, I could say about why most people won't start is a decision and a choice. You got to make that decision, not the choice. And after you make that decision, you got to be all in. And that connects everything together. So thank you, guys. Thank God once again. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure. And I hope all your next episodes is with the OQP. Only quality people vetted out by straight up by the vision-driven leader. And that goes not just by you, it goes for everybody in the organization. Because if not, nobody's recording in this organization. How you like that one? Huh? Why would we let people just random people? Right?
Yeah.
If they're not bringing value, something impactful, something meaningful, something aligned with the vision, or they're going to get in the organization and also vet it out, if not, it's with us. Make sense?
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
See ya. I'm an opportunist. I take every opportunity.